guys feel regarding the recent trend in Hollywood remaking all the classic horror movies?
I mean, you know what? We talked about this so much with Adam doing all of our interviews for Hatchet, and that's what was so awesome about this movie, was that it was a throwback to the 80s, kind of bringing back and putting the fun back in what we all grew up with, what we love, but I think we kind of lost track of that a little bit. I can't dog remakes because I was in one that I thought was really great, regardless if I put it in it or not, because I'm a Rob Zombie fan. But there are some that are kick-ass, and then there are some that are just not so good. So unfortunately, with us getting pulled out of the theaters, it was like, we had to shop for independent filmmakers for original content, for some cool new stuff that not everybody sees. But while Adam always said, well, you support this, you're going and seeing the other stuff. They wouldn't keep making these movies if people didn't go and support them. So it's kind of that's why they make them, because those are the ones that make money. Yeah.
I feel the same way. I don't hate remakes as much, except one that was called Friday the 13th. But I probably wouldn't do it if I did it, but I didn't do it, so I hate it anyway. But I'm a big horror fan, always have been, so even though I'd rather see original stuff, I mean, it's so much more enjoyable to see something new. And also, for those of you that haven't seen Hatchet 2, it's not really a sequel. It's a continuation of the same story. And that's why, like Danielle said, it picks up from the very last frame of the first movie immediately thereafter, and it's the next day or two in the life of all these people. So,
do you have any other sequels? Do you guys have any other sequels that do that? Are there any others that pick up like right away?
Halloween. Cabin Fever.
Devil's Rejects.
Same frame?
No.
which one?
Right.
Was it Halloween 2?
I like that picture.
Now, as horror fans, is there anything that the general public can do to sway the MPAA to be more open-minded about unrated movies such as Hatchet 2?
If more people had come out in the theaters this past weekend, it would have helped a lot. But we tried to get people just to buy a ticket, even though if to buy one online, and just even if you couldn't get to the theater or something, just to support the fact that we're trying to change the whole thing. But unfortunately, it wasn't as many people as we would have liked. But when you have a chance to change something, you got to try and support it.
Passing your vote.
What?
Do you have a favorite memory from filming Project Metal Beast?
A favorite memory from filming Project Metal Beast. Yeah, I was a 7-foot-tall, metallic werewolf in that movie. And it's one of the skeletons in my closet, which is quite embarrassing to look at me walking around on stilts and in a ridiculous-looking werewolf costume, but the only one that's probably worse than that is Hard Bodies. I'm in Hard Bodies.
That's rad.
Yeah,
Why don't you have any of those pictures at your table?
I just forgot to bring them.
I'll print some up for next time.
It tells you what kind of character I played, because in the credits at the end of the movie, Kane Hodder, older geek. I was fucking 29, and I was older geek. But it's kind of funny because we did a lot of crazy stuff where like 4 guys that harass all the girls at the beach, and our dog named Worms would go steal the tops of the girls that were sunbathing. So
Some things haven't changed.
yeah, I know.
I think video on demand is going to come pretty quick. think they're going to try to do that, and then I'm sure DVD. I think DVD was going to be 90 days anyway, so it should be video and event should be pretty quick. Well, that's the way it works. I mean, that's the whole point of studio film versus independent film. You know, MPA is corporations, business, they get paid to write movies. When you don't have money, it's hard to get things done.
Absolutely, they are much harder on independent films than they would be on studio films because, you know. I agree. Yeah, thanks. There is some very graphic stuff, but it's so over the top that I can't believe anybody even takes it seriously.
It's like Adam always says, you've got the wrong guy, man. Like, this is the wrong movie. What do you know? I mean, look at anyone see Passion of Christ? I mean, anyone, we always talk, like Adam always talks about The Hills Have Eyes.
Right.
You know, I mean, my God, there's that scene, and like that's what when he went in front of the board, and that's what he talks about. He's like, you know, there's a scene where she's getting raped in front of her baby, and the father's out burned alive, and you know, I mean, I remember seeing that in the theater going, oh my God, of course, going, oh, why didn't I audition for this? But, for Vanessa Shaw's role. But that's hardcore. Way worse than anything we have in Hatchet.
Of course, I mean, but, you know, we have only so much we can do.
Politics.
I think it falls under the category of money talks. You know, its bottom line is the big studios, Universal, you know, they've got money to do what they can, and then, you know, they have that backing power, whereas the smaller films just don't have that. And I guess for some reason don't give them the respect that they deserve.
Maybe it'll change one day. I mean, I was shocked and excited for when I watched the Academy Awards this year, and I saw the montage to horror movies. I was like, oh my God, getting some recognition. Like, oh wow, people are paying attention. Maybe things are going to change. Maybe in my career at some point I'll see things shift. I thought we were starting that way.